Hey, my name is PolishLynx, welcome to Katawa Shoujo. First of all, let me begin with, that's plenty cool, because apparently if we trigger some root, it seems like there are pieces of photographs, let's say, added to the main screen. That's plenty cool. And now, with that being said, let's move to the game. Also today, no additional light. I'm using the possibility of the outside light. Also, my eyes kind of hurt, so that's the main reason actually. Some of my pills spilled out all of the over the bottom of my back. That sucks. I didn't realize until minutes before I was set to go to bed last night. I spent quite a bit of time scraping them out of my luggage. What did you keep those pills in then? By the time I get up, I'm already starting the day with a migraine from a combination of trouble falling asleep and waking up late. Understandable. When I step in the living room, Hideaki is there finishing up his breakfast. His fork raised midway to his mouth. He seems unsure whether he should continue eating or greet me. Maybe I should back out of the room.
Good morning.
Morning.
What do you think we should have for breakfast?
Aren't you eating already?
Yes, everyone else ate already.
Despite that, he repeats his question again. He's just trying to be nice. It's an odd way to show it, but I appreciate it nonetheless. And I'm feeling pretty hungry. I tried to make I had cornflakes with milk. It was decent. I tried to make some conversation with him while I'm getting my breakfast to fill in the silence. That fishing trip yesterday was fun. Do the Hakamichis and Satus often get together like that?
Not really.
I see. I don't really I see. You mean you don't see? Okay. There is a brief pause before Hideaki deigns to fill me in once more.
Family issues. Our fathers are brothers-in-law and do not like each other.
Oh! Hearing that gives me plenty to think about. This puts the way Shizune really deal with each other into context, and makes me even more wary of getting involved.
Family issues can be so troublesome.
Yes, that's true. I actually know what I'm speaking of here. Hideaki simply nods as I sit at the table with my breakfast. I wish he were a little easier to converse with. What do you mean? He seems pretty easy to be having a conversation with. While meeting, I noticed that the house seems oddly quiet for a place with Misha in it. If Shizune and Misha ate breakfast already, it can be because they're asleep. I ask Hideaki where they are.
Shizune and Misha left to run some errands for that. The local business people love dealing with Misha, so he insisted.
I understand that. Well, she's got a nice and cheerful personality. Yeah, I can see why they would. Maybe you should start taking lessons from her. You could increase your business connections.
Are you serious?
He sounds serious. I don't know what kind of business connections a little kid would need. Maybe he wants to have the best bake sale fundraise ever. It's a shame. I'll eventually have to leave here and won't be around to see whatever he's planning. I wonder what kind of person Shizune's dad is again, other than relatively outdoorsy. What I know so far is that he asks his business partners and friends of his daughter to do favors for him. I'm assuming he's extremely shy or extremely lazy. Or maybe he has so much to do other than that, then he thinks, hey, I'm putting a lot of effort into this. How about I give my daughter some business experience already, instead of, you know, putting extremely amount of time that would completely destroy me and so on. Hey, that's how I would look at it, baby. Maybe it's a route to call to make an early to make what so early. Oh, the call. Okay. Oh, anyway, wow. I'm not noticing stuff again. I'm assuming he's extremely shy or extremely lazy. Maybe it's a rude call to make so early, but it would certainly explain a large chunk of Shizune's personality. Would it? Maybe? I mean, maybe she wants to be the complete opposite then? And that's why she would be so sickfully competitive? Do
you want to go anywhere?
Not really. Why do you?
I thought there might be somewhere you want to go. You don't want to do some sightseeing or eat at a specific restaurant?
No, I've never been here before.
I see.
I was just about to ask him about what Shizune was like when she was younger, but he's managed to sidetrack me with just one question. This appears to be as cool a conversation for him as it is for me.
You're sure eager to please.
You're sure eager to please today. Why are you being so nice? Are you showing your secret nice side now that your sister isn't around?
You're sort of right. Shizune wanted me to keep you company today.
Clearly trying to get him onto the trap interest. I don't want to trouble him and try to make him see that, but Hideaki is as stubborn as his sister and feels as if this is his duty. He also seems to be earnestly trying to be nice. Quickly I start to realize that Hideaki's idea of fun is fishing, collecting cameras, okay, that's cool, and making esoteric puns. Or should I say puns? Fishing is fun. I don't know, man. I mean, I know, I technically used to know someone who was really into that, but it's something I would rather do than discuss. I don't know if I want to do that. The same goes for cameras. I'd rather handle them than collect them. Can't you do both? He probably does both if I would have to guess, but... And this is something Hideaki picks up on himself.
Are you bored?
I'm not bored at all. I almost yawn the words, so Hideaki ignores them entirely.
You are bored. Shizune said to be entertaining, and I think I don't know how to do that.
I am entertained, don't worry. Are you not entertained?
You don't sound entertained.
I am, don't worry. Meanwhile, I sometimes, a lot of times, yawn while recording, right? But that doesn't mean I don't enjoy playing the game or the story. I'm just goddamn sleep deprived.
Why do you yell?
No, I didn't.
I hope you do not yell so much around Shizune.
It's hard to tell if he's joking. Either way, I'm a bit surprised. I try to play it off and change the subject. Do you just collect cameras, or are you actually into photography too?
Not really. If I did, there would be more photos in this house than there currently are. What is there to take pictures of?
I mean, I technically bought camera to do some other stuff than just games. But goddamn 2020, right? Anyway, I should get a capture card to actually properly use it. But that would also mean, from what I remember, some additional cables. Like a fake battery, because it's a Sony, and the battery likes to shut itself down for some reason after like half an hour. or for 15 minutes, something like this. Whatever. But it would certainly be a little bit better than webcam. Technically, yeah. Anyway.
Not really. If I did, there would be more photos in the house than there currently are. What is there to take pictures of? And I've
read this already. I don't know. Birds, architecture, birds, maybe. One of those restaurants you were talking about. I thought the city had tons of cool stuff. How can you live in a place with so much to do and do nothing?
I thought you didn't know what there was to do here. Thought you have man ideas and are an authority on how interesting it is. You are like our board of tourism. Do you want to go watch birds or buildings?
Okay. No need to get so mad.
I'm not mad. I just think that if you feel that strong about it, then we should go to an amusement park.
There is. Let's go. Why?
So that you can be amused. It would be fun.
Dave, I need to remember this voice. I actually like it. And thanks for pointing it out. Because I would totally forget. Will he have the same flat, unfun expression on his face while we're riding roller coasters and drop towers? It would sure bring the fun levels down. The thought that does not convince me that it's worth the trip.
Yeah.
I don't know. It always sounded to me like going to an amusement park meant you spend more time waiting in lines than actually doing stuff. You'd have to go early on this just to skip the lines. The thing is, I had to actually kind of find it in the previous video to remember how to do it, because otherwise, not a chance.
Have you ever been to one?
No, but it seems like that's what it's like.
Fine. What about a regular park? There is one nearby that Shizune is going to. Maybe she'll be there and I can unload you onto her.
What do you mean unload? I'm not the luggage.
You don't want to go to an amusement park, and I don't know what to do.
He looks as though I've hurt his feelings by refusing to go with him. I'm already rationalizing my decision. I don't like waiting in lines. It would be too much like a date. I tried to go with Shizune. It would be too tiring. So that's Shizune's plan all along. You're supposed to go on a date with her trap of a brother. It's nothing personal, just that I kinda want to show me around town instead. Rude! And I don't think that with my condition going to an amusement park would be such a hot idea. He's got the point here, yeah. The park is close enough that their property could almost be considered an extension of it. Both it and Shizune's backyard look about the same, except that the park has benches and more people. That said, it's quite nice. There are even people out walking their dogs, and children flying kites that can be seen. I don't think I've seen anyone flying kites in forever. That can be seen lazy drifting back and forth over trees in the distance. I could see here in a relaxing and scenic place like this forever. I wish we had some parks like this here. One park is, yeah, in the middle of town, so that's not very close to me. And the other is at the other end of the town where my grandparents live, and well, that means basically it's also not that close. So yeah, not in the walking distance basically. Facts. Hideaki on the other hand looks like he's extremely bored. I want to poke him to see if he's still alive, but would he react either way? Are you bored?
No. Are you going to jog or play frisbee with dogs like everyone else? Is that what people do in parks?
I mean, if I had a park, yes, I would jog. Or run, actually. I think my pace is not jogging really. But it's not some super fast run as well. Well, you go to the parks to get back to nature and enjoy the atmosphere. That's why you jog in the park instead of just on the sidewalk or something. Yeah, technically I'm on a bicycle path. I don't use the normal sidewalk because it's not the best quality. And there is hole on hole. You can jog anywhere. That's true. I wish I had some soft ground for it though. Not gonna lie. I can't believe I'm having this conversation. How can you not know this? You shouldn't have brought it up. It's too weird. Haven't you even heard of children should be seen, not heard? No.
Yeah.
I lied. I'm bored. Would like to play a game? Oh, stop. Wrong person.
I lied. I'm bored. Would you like to play a game?
I grow now deeply enough to hope that he understands I don't want to. He doesn't care. In fact, he's already toying with a deck of playing cards.
Why are you upset? That is why we are here.
I thought we were here to look for Shizune. Not gonna lie. Hisao acts really like a dick right now. This is his first, well, technically second day there, right? And he's like, yeah, I don't want to spend time with you. I want to just spend time with your sister. Not really a nice thing to do.
Exactly. That's why we should play a game. It's a Shizune trap. You can trap anything, including people. If we compete against each other in the spirit of competition, and in a sportsmanly manner, she would be drawn here to challenge the winner, like a shark. Then I will defeat her like a safari hunter, then take a photo of the award ceremony.
Sharks do not go around challenging people to games of chance like dojo breakers. When do you bring that camera? Anyway, no. I get enough games hanging out with your sister.
No, come on, it will be fun. We can play chess.
I don't know chess. Please, no. Besides, playing chess in the park is something old people do, like fishing. You're going to get old too fast if you keep doing all this old man stuff. Oh, actually, there is like a huge board of for chess close by me. Like, I would like to say it's human size, but not entirely. But you know, the pieces were like up to the knees. I think something like that. But I think those pieces are gone. So that's Poland for you. I guess someone has some decorations at their houses, gardens. Who knows? Hideaki freezes like I've suddenly started speaking a foreign language. Maybe I offended him again. Maybe he's secretly 50 years old and has just aged incredibly well. Asian people are capable of that, right? I mean, we've seen proofs in the internet. Him being Shizune's brother could be a cover story.
What about checkers, or Go, or even backgammon is fine, even if I don't like it. If board games are new, we can play card games, anything.
I mean, cards were the first thing you brought out.
Anything other than 7 card because it is for wimps. Are you afraid that you lose? If you can beat me, I'll give you candy.
Hideki, you're just like Shizune. I'm starting to think that this is all a pretense to play games.
No, that is not true.
You are. I bet that competitive streak is genetic. I'll see you to science. I mean sell you, sorry.
No one can own a human being.
How about I teach you some sign language instead? When she asked me if I want to come here, we talked a little and it seemed like you and your dad don't use sign language. I'm just guessing, but if you don't, I could teach you some. I'm not a master at it though. I think it might be good for you to move your arms more anyway. He barely moves his arms. Most of the time they just hang limply at his sides. How unnerving. It's been bothering me that Shizune's entire family apparently doesn't know how to sign. I wonder what she did before she met Misha. Did they just hire translators for her? Did she write out everything on that pad she carries around? The second is the most likely, or she could type it out on a phone. That would explain why she disliked using the pad so much. Sad as this, I can sort of see why Hideaki or her dad might not have bothered to learn sign language. I guess maybe a little bit truth to that. It probably was too much of a hassle at the time. It's very easy to think that, from what I've seen so far, for neither of them hold it against each other or are too badly affected by it. It could be that I'm overthinking the situation. Come on! But to be honest, I'm still learning language myself. I brought all my books along with me so I can keep up, you know. Still, I can at least teach you the alphabet. It's pretty simple. This is kite. This is not alphabet. Kite. The word kite is not an alphabet. You said alphabet. I feel really corny right now, and even more so when Hideaki stares back blankly as if the entire concept of learning is alien to him.
Shizune likes flying kites here as well.
This is his attempt to salvage the conversation, and I'm happy to oblige. Fishing and now kites too. Shizune really likes all these relaxing hobbies.
Fighter.
The death is staring into his back. I want to see what he wanted to say for.
Fighter kites. Actually about Shizune.
Okay. Hideaki freezes as Misha appears behind him and puts her hands over his eyes. Guess who? Hi hi! Guess who? He seemed to finally be loosening up. Hi Misha, is Shizune with you? Stop! Hit-chan, no spoilers! Don't spoil it! Don't ruin the surprise, okay?
Misha.
Bingo! I tried, but it was too easy somehow. I don't know what she means by somehow. Don't mind me, you can tell it's me. I want to surprise someone. I thought for sure that Hideaki would be fooled. Why? Weren't you, huh?
You are the only person who does that. You and kidnappers.
Really?
Why do you laugh?
Are you giving Hisao trouble? I thought you would take him somewhere more exciting than the park. It isn't even that far from home. You're so lazy. Hideaki, are you giving Hisao trouble? You should have taken him somewhere more exciting. The park is too close to home. Chichan says you're lazy.
He wanted to come here. Why are you so argumentative?
I feel like
this voice is quite good for a lazy person.
Anyway, and he seems like that. I have to keep my little brother in line.
What is she saying?
That you must be kept in line.
Really?
They're ready to go at each other's throats this quickly. On one hand, I've heard that siblings fighting so much isn't common, and the fact that they fight at all proves there has to be some level of communication going on. So it's nice that they get along. There is something about siblings fighting, yeah. They argue all the way back home. Misha translates for Shizune and I for Hideaki, so it looks more like we're the ones arguing instead. Except not really. Nobody could listen to Misha and believe that. They got entertaining in the end. At least. Really? Next day. Despite having only been here for 2 days, it feels like it's been much longer. I wake up feeling more tired than refreshed. Maybe because I've been moving around almost constantly since I got here. Whatever the reason, it's making me get up unusually late each day. I like sleeping in. Yeah, but it could be inconvenient if it ends up becoming a habit. Yeah. I can hear a deep male voice shouting loud in the background. It must be Shizune's dad. Or maybe, with the size of the place, its creditors. More likely the former, since the yelling doesn't seem angry, just loud. Okay. I did not expect that. Shizune, Misha, and Hideaki are sitting in the living room, having a one-sided conversation with a giant bear man who alternates between shoveling away food from a plate balanced on his leg and twirling a sword. What do you need that sword for? From what Shizune and Hideaki are like, I expected their dad to be a very reserved, clean-cut, possibly androgynous person, so I'm pretty surprised. I'm surprised for a while, until he starts talking to me.
Oh! You must be Shizune's older friend. Do you have a good night's rest? The guest rooms are a bit sparse. If there's anything you need, feel free to tell me.
Thanks. You must be the father. Nice to meet ya. I'm Shizune's classmate, Hisao Nakai.
The pleasure is mine. I've wanted to meet you. After hearing that I will have a second guest in my house. Unexpected. You hear something like that and you obviously want to see what that person is like. Would you like my business card?
He holds up a case full of them for a second. I guess that's Japanese thing as well, right? For a second, and I can see that his name is Jigoro and that his office hours are from 8 to 6. 10 hours. Damn. They also say that he's a consultant. What a prepared guy, carrying his card case around his own home. I mean, maybe he will be going to work, so it's not really that surprising that he's already prepared for that.
We're just sitting out to a slightly late lunch. You're just in time to join us. Good. Pick a place, they'll bring you a plate. I hope you don't mind eating bear liver.
Wow. I thought that bear liver was toxic. Either way, the thought of eating a bear liver doesn't appeal to me other than for the ability to tell people I've eaten bear liver. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to try it, but Shizune out merely laughs.
I'm just making a joke! Although maybe it wouldn't be such a bad idea to cap some bear livers for your kids. They'll make you strong. We're actually having omelets. I'll make you one right now. Is that unusual for you, having an omelet for lunch?
Never have lunches, actually. Very unusual, very. Wait, Hideaki, okay.
Very unusual.
No, not at all. No. Yes. Jigoro vanishes to where the kitchen must be. I'm surprised despite living in this place, he has to cook my lunch. Maybe he only cooks because he likes to. Yeah! I like to cook myself, but then again, only for myself. I rarely cook for anyone else. Ow. My steaming plate of food is done in a very short time. And it smells really good.
Are you in the student council like Shizune? Is the student council that busy that Shizune has to drag her friends along with her everywhere she goes?
Sometimes a vacation is just a vacation. You're right about the student council part. I think we're just here for fun though.
I see. Is that right? When I was young, our student council had so much work that I don't think we would have already gone on vacation. It must be nice having so much free time. Should give you plenty of time to think about your future.
Yeah. I do like the direction this discussion is taking and start thinking about how to avoid it.
Have you heard about that? About what you want to do?
Survive. Nope, I haven't given it much thought recently. What do? If you don't mind me asking. It must be something pretty cool if it can get you a house like this. Huh?
Why do you know? Why do you want to know that? Children are interested in business. What business of yours is being business? Suspicious. Are you some kind of taxman boy?
I guess he really does not like being asked questions. Hichan isn't a tax collector boy. I think. Hichan, what do your parents do? You never told us.
You be quiet, don't interrupt me. I had been interrupted. Rude!
Shizune doesn't look too happy with his turn of events. Even with Misha unable to sign to her what's going on, she can read the mood easily. Her glare becomes more smoldering as Jigoro continues to rant.
One more thing, my fishing weapon. I came home, it was just in a big pile in the corner. Rose just stuck haphazardly on top tackle.
That was...
That...
Oh, fuck, I forgot already.
That was me.
Something like this. I can't remember if it actually was him. If it wasn't, I appreciate that he's willing to take on for the team. It doesn't matter because Jigoro ignores him without skipping a beat.
Well, anyway, I'm glad that my fishing weapon could provide so much entertainment for my daughter's friends. Did not even tell me you were going to be using them. Those are expensive, custom-made poles, not for dilettantes.
I suddenly become aware of the eggshell fragments in my omelette. Is he just a bad cook? Does he eat them for the calcium? Were they purposely added there to give me even more discomfort? Hey, that happens sometimes. If I don't remember the last time that happened to me, really. It must have been forever. Speaking of eggshells, if you actually do some cooking or whatever, do you use the utensils like knife or whatever to break the shell, or do you do it the proper way? So, for example, by the frying pan or something. That's the proper way, by the way. That's what I believe. I don't like using cutlery, additional cutlery. Why would you pick cutlery if you can do it this way? There will be less dishwashing and so on. And anyway, let's get back to the Katawa Shoujo. For confused, I'm not as unnerved as I think I would normally be. Then again, my life has been pretty strange lately, and I keep running to all sorts of different people. Nothing surprises me anymore. I'm constantly surprised by this game, actually. Maybe not constantly, but a lot of times already. And I can't get a proper seating place today. Again.
Didn't even properly clean the materials. Terrible. Do you even know how to fish? Unlikely. There are not enough poles here for all of you. How does it work? Do you all share? One person baits the hook and another casts, 2 people to reel. Incompetent.
Well, 6 of us went, so we couldn't do it all at the same time. First, it was just me, Akira, Hidaki, Misha.
Stop talking! That sounds unspeakably dirty. I've had enough of your filth. How vulgar. Make sure that your statements are not so embarrassingly carelessly worded next time.
Wow. You know, I thought he might be nice, but... I guess not. What?
What? You are so disrespectful. Amazing. Are all delinquent types like this? Even the real dress shows flip-on disregard for authority. Sweater vest? Disgraceful.
I'm on the student council, man. I'm hurt by his comment on my sweater vest, especially when it's coming from a guy in such a tacky shirt. Actually, I like this shirt. I guess I can't release anything, for he has a sword. He might also kill bears. Also, that's a katana. Probably. Misha loudly puts her plate down the table. That was delicious! She just don't know, he just here to right, we should get going. With a simple, yet effective exit strategy. I barely have time to put down plate before they pull me up and out of there. And finally, outside. Unbelievable. It's like I'm really watching an interrogation. This is not a cop show. Guests definitely have responsibilities, but hasn't he ever heard of being a gracious host? Really? Risha tends to sloppily mimic Shizune's angry chopping gestures as best as she can. She has the expression down too, but the tone of her voice is the same as ever, thus lacking the anger necessary to bring it all together. Whoa! Don't take it too hard, Hichan. She just does this to everyone. I think it's like a joke. That was the most aggressive joke possible, not gonna lie. I'm also not all convinced that it was a joke, considering this hastily staged retreat, but this is a good moment to discuss how Shizune's father might be a jerk. Hichan, let's go shopping! You haven't been to town yet, have you? It will be fun. We can see the sights and go to an amusement park, maybe eat at a good restaurant. We just had lunch. Even if I didn't eat much. It's okay. In that case, we just have to make sure that today is so busy that by the time we're done, it will be time for dinner. It works out perfectly! Come on, Hichan! You know, I haven't paid attention earlier, but this time, right now, it's not that visible. Right now, it's kind of visible. Misha is kind of busty, ain't she? They eventually flank me and hook my arms with theirs, taking one arm. Shizune taking one arm and Misha taking the other. At first, we almost trip over each other. Shizune walks at a very brisk pace and Misha has an unusually bouncy way of moving around. Bouncy, you say? Nice. I wonder what you might have meant by bouncy way. Now that I've noticed that properly, finally, yeah, we get the hang of it soon enough. And I noticed we're going to town by cutting through the park. It doesn't seem efficient, so I'm guessing this is the scenic route. Walking this way hinders how we can communicate with each other significantly. I can't talk to Shizune at all, and yeah, cool. Shizune and Misha are down to one-handed gestures only. It feels nice though, so I don't mind too much. When I make a crack about it to Misha, she responds with mild confusion. Really, Hichan? If you really want Shicha's session, you can tell me, and I can tap her on the shoulder for you. You could just let me go and I'll do it myself. How are you going to tap her on the shoulder from over there? And I don't... Dude, stop complaining. You have nothing to complain about. Like this! She suddenly stops in her tracks roughly and tries to reach behind her back and across my shoulder to get Shizune's attention. She succeeds, but only because when Misha stopped, I had to as well, or we'd all fall over. What? Obviously, Shizune had to jerk to a halt too. The sight makes Misha let out one of her characteristic laughs, which shakes us around more, and Shizune starts flailing her free hands to get her to stop, which only causes her to laugh harder. It's pretty fun to watch her get this flustered and I start laughing too. Wait, what? Oh, okay, so this is the jump to intermission. I don't know, somehow my mouse kind of... That's what cooperate and sometimes double clicks. I don't know why. Anyway, let's end the episode here. We'll continue tomorrow. For now, hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next one, of course. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.